What is up, guys? This is your YouTuber, and today I'm going to be doing a deck profile of my Spellcaster deck. So let's get started with monsters, normal monsters, whatever effect monsters. We have two Dark Magicians, one Magician's Valkyria, let me put this face down, one Dark Magician Girl, three Chaos Sorcerers. Oh, note that this isn't a complete deck, it's just a deck me and my friends made out of booster boxes and stuff and put together. One Flamvel Magician, two Apprentice Magicians, one Summoner Monk, one Crusader of Endymion, one Beast Magician, or Blast Magician, sorry. One Breaker the Magical Warrior, one Cybernetic Magician, one Injection Fairy Lily, one Sorcerer of Dark Magic, one Man-Eater, and one Penguin Soldier. Those are the monsters. Next, the spell cards. Oh, for the monsters, I would actually include one of the, I would include a Black Luster Soldier Envoy at the beginning. It is way best. It's basically like a Chaos Sorcerer, but better. Okay, anyways, on to spells. By the way, I didn't put my Chaos Sorcerer in because I want it mint and unplayed so I can sell it for more, or trade it for more. Paw Duality, Card Destruction, those are for drawing your cards. Magical Dimension, three of them. One Dark Magic Curtain, one Sage's Stone, one Creature Swap, one Axe of Despair, one Lightning Vortex, one Mystical Space Typhoon, or two, sorry, one Heavy Storm, one Swords, one Monster Reborn, and one Dark Hole. On to traps. One Solemn Warning, one Mirror Force, definitely need that in your deck. Two Dust Tornadoes, one Embodiment of Apophis. You don't need this. I'll put it in anyways. Good for synchroing or exceeding. One Negate Attack, one Magician Circle, one CED, and one Wobbucue and one Magic Cylinder. Now on to Xyz. Okay, so you have, well, actually the extra deck is mainly composed of all the synchros and stuff I have, so this really isn't necessary, and you can probably get better cards than what I have here. But one number 39 Utopia, one Illuminite, one Granosaurus, which you really can't get, and one Gotcha Kontetsu, and one Wind Up Zen Master. You might be able to get a Gotcha, but it's pretty hard to get it, and one Wind Up, just in case you need it. Whoops. Sorry about that. Back. For the synchros, I have a Colossal Fighter. In case you're battling an opponent with warriors, this is pretty powerful. One Gaia Knight, the Force of Earth. You should be able to synchro summon this a lot. If you get the right cards. One Tempest Magician. You might want to get this instead of Gaia, because it is a good OTK if you have enough spell cards. One Explosive Magician, not that good, but I have it here because it's a magician and synchro. Nitro Warrior you don't need, Road Warrior you don't need, Junk Warrior you don't need. Okay. Oh, and it'd be nice to have a TG Wonder Magician in that deck, but I tried to draw in Extreme Victories, didn't get it. Pretty sad about that. Okay, so now I'll go on and explain what card combos you can do and everything else. So, first I guess I'll start with the basics. Apprentice Magician. So, the effect of Apprentice Magician, if you guys don't know, is if it's destroyed, you can summon another level 2 Spellcaster from your deck. So, if they destroy Apprentice Magician, you can search for another Apprentice Magician and possibly synchro with it to get a Tempest Magician, or any level 6 synchro if you have another tuner on your side of the field, level 4. That's it for that. Dark Magicians. These can be special summoned by the Dark Magic Curtain, or if you have a Dark Magician on your side of the field, you can use Sage's Stone to special summon a Dark Magician. You could tribute for a Dark Magician if you have it in your hand and you have no other better monsters on your side of the field, so that's Dark Magician. Dark Magician Girl, if you have 2 Dark Magicians in your graveyard, gains 600 attack, gains 300 attack for each Dark Magician in your graveyard. Magicians Valkyria, basically they can't attack your monsters other than, they have to attack Magician's Valkyria if you have, if it's face up. Not much else about her. If you put Miss Body on her though, she cannot be destroyed by battle and they have to keep attacking her, which is a really good combo, but unfortunately I don't have Miss Body. Chaos Sorcerers, this is basically, I guess, your heavy hitter, or these are awesome because their effect is basically, you could tribute one monster and summon this, or you could special summon it by removing a dark and light monster from your graveyard. Once per turn, you can remove a face-up monster from play, your opponent's, but if you activate that effect that turn, this card can attack, but still, that's an awesome effect. 1 Flamvel for Tuner, and Summoner Monk, here we go. So Summoner Monk, this is really good. If you summon it, it goes into defense position automatically, and every turn you can, I think, yeah, so once per turn, which means only your turn, I think, you can discard 1 spell card, and you can special summon any kind of level 4 spellcaster from your deck, I think, or was it just level 4? Any level 4 monster, sorry. So basically you could directly get a Flamvel, or you could get a Crusader of Endymion and summon that, or any other level 4 card and basically start like synchroing. So definitely a good card. It would have 2 in my deck, but I only have 1 common Summoner Monk and 1 gold rare. I don't want to play that. Crusader of Endymion, it's a Gemini spellcaster. It's really powerful, so I do recommend it. Blast Magician, not really that good of a card, but I mean, it's a good level 4 basic spellcaster. So Breaker the Magical Warrior, really useful if you're it basically has 1900 attack, and if you want to destroy a spell or trap card that you know is really bad, and just take that spell counter off, it has original attack 1600, and then you destroy the spell or trap. This card is good if you know how to use it and in certain situations. For example, he has a 3000 attack monster. Summon this, use its effect, which is discard 1 card from your hand. The attack 1 monster you choose on the field becomes 2000, then you kill that monster and they lose 400 life points. Injection Fairy Lily, you can either, I usually just summon in attack position. I try attacking. If my attack gets through, I activate effect, which means I can pay 2000 life points and this card gains 3000 attack during the damage calculation only, which means Injection Fairy Lily gains, has attack of 3400 for that time only. Sorcerer of Dark Magic, tribute 2 level 6 spellcasters. It's basically your heavy hitter, but it's really hard to get out. So, and I never really draw this card, but I mean, it's always a good card to have in your deck just in case, because all the activation of trap cards cannot, you can negate them and it won't destroy him. Now we have your Man-Eater Bug, basic card, flip, destroy card on the field, a monster on the field, regardless of position, which is really awesome. And Penguin Soldier, so flip, return 2 of your opponent monsters or your own to back to your hand. If you use a Waboku on this though, basically it flips. You can target this card and 1 of your opponent monsters. This returns to your hand, so you can set it next turn again, which is a really good combo. So let's see, explain the spell cards. Polyduality. These are for drawing cards. Really useful because in a spellcaster deck, if you do get a dead hand, you're basically screwed. So if you get a Polyduality or card destruction, I would have put a reload in here, but my friends didn't recommend it, so I used a polyduality instead. So yeah, you really want to get those better hands at the beginning, so you do get an advantage, because spellcasters rely on your hand. Magical dimensions, these are really useful. I'll read out the effect for you. Activate only while you control a spellcaster type monster. Tribute one monster and special summon one spellcaster type monster from your hand that you can destroy. Then you can destroy one monster on the field. Really useful. Basically, tribute a spellcaster, special summon any kind of spellcaster, any level. Then you destroy one of your opponent's monsters. How good does that sound? 3 of them. Really awesome. Dark Magic Curtain, pay half your life points to summon a Dark Magician. I do this at the beginning if I get it in my hand, because it's really useful, and your opponents usually can't overcome that Dark Magician. Sage's Stone, so this is useful if you have a Dark Magician Girl on your field. Basically, you use this card when you have Dark Magician Girl on your field, and you get to special summon another Dark Magician instead of paying half your life points, which is pretty awesome. Creature Swap. It's a permanent swap between your creature and your opponent. So both of you guys get to choose which monster you want to swap on your side of the field. I would summon one. I would use this card when your opponent has only one strong monster in the field, or 2, as long as they don't have any weak ones. And I would summon a Man-Eater Bug in face-up position, or 1 weak monster in face-up attack position. Use this card, they don't have any choice. You switch, you attack that face-up weak monster, and they lose a ton of battle damage or life points. And you also get to keep the monster and tribute it if you want. Axe of Despair, really useful, and sometimes basically your monster gains 1,000 attack points if you get it equipped, and right, and if it's sent from the field to graveyard, you can tribute one monster and bring this back to the top of your deck, so that's free 1,000 attack. Lightning Vortex, destroy the monsters, pretty simple. 2 Mystical Space Typhoons. Spellcasters sometimes are really vulnerable to spells and traps. For example, in the Black Wings, a backslash destroys all your monsters. If that happens, and since you don't have that many monsters in this deck, you want a Mystical Space Typhoon most of his traps before you attack to ensure that your attack will be successful. And that's why you also have 2 Dust Tornadoes. Heavy Storm, also to get rid of those traps. Swords Revealing Light, to reveal those face-down monsters, and also stop attacks if you just get, like if you're in a really bad situation, you have a dead hand, or you want to stall for time. Monster Reborn, simple. Dark Hole, simple. Solemn Warning, really good if they have spells and traps that affect your monsters. Mirror Force, 2 Dust Tornadoes. Embodiment of Apophis. Now, sometimes you would set this so this wouldn't be able to get destroyed that easily because it's not a monster, and you would wait for the right time to activate it, so you can Synchro Summon, Exceed Summon. It's a level 4 Earth monster with 1600 attack and 1800 defense, and it's counted as a special summon to your monster zone, but it's still treated as a trap card. So if a monster, they could use a trap card that targets a monster card, but they can target this because it's still treated as a trap card, so they have to use a MST, for example, and destroy that. Negate attack to stop your opponent's attack. Magician Circle, it's a pretty good card. Activate only when a spellcaster type monster declares an attack. Each player special summons one spellcaster type monster with 2,000 or less attack from their deck in face-up attack position. If you know, well, basically, you can special summon a Summoner Monk or any other, for example, Flamvel, and just summon it. It's a pretty good effect. I like it. Compulsory Evacuation Device. Good for Synchro monsters. If your opponent synchros a monster, use Compulse on it, it goes back to his extra deck. Wabaku, you take no battle damage and your monsters cannot be destroyed by battle. Really useful combo with Penguin Soldier or anything else. Magic Cylinder basically negates the opponent's attack, and your opponent loses life points equal to the monster that was attacking. So really useful Magic Cylinder, just in case they think it's a different card. And that is all for the deck profile of my Spellcaster deck. We are doing a few more deck profiles soon. I can't say for sure when, but soon. Yeah, and just to clear this up for some people, because it's been a bit confusing for someone, not pointing out names. The channel is not called the Seven Samurai. We are not the samurai. It was just an idea at the time. We're the Yu-Gi-Tubers, because we're Yu-Gi-Oh players that are on YouTube. We Yu-Gi-Tube. So that's it. If you, yeah. So that's it. Also, feel free to. I'm gonna be uploading a, what's it called? A binder update, and also some common card updates that I have on there. So feel free to check that out once it's up. Like, comment, subscribe, favorite this video, please. Help our channel grow. This has been the 3rd or 4th day of Blast Off Week. Remember and stay tuned for the contest that's going to be happening at the end of Blast Off Week. There's some pretty good prizes. So, yeah, I'm signing out. This is Yu-Gi-Tuber. Goodbye.